Cronos. Cronos is quite an interesting situation because obviously it ramped up insanely in price in the last bull cycle with really effective marketing. You know, they've got Super Bowl ad out, they've got Matt Damon on the front of the website, they bought an arena and had it renamed. I'm not sure if this is going to hit a new high. One thing I will say is, you know, there is a particular downtrend that I need to talk about with Crypto.com in particular in this vid. Before I get into any of that though, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I spoke about on the channel. In the videos, I showed everyone that was buying up all of these coins because I expect them to just run up very, very nicely in price, and you can see what the prices of all these coins were when I recorded and released my vids, as well as the highs that these coins hit a little less than a year and a half on. I think it was about 17 months on, 16 months on for some of them. And what the profit would have been if you'd just thrown $100 into every single one when I released my videos. And if you had done that, a $2,600 investment would have netted a profit of over 123 grand, which is not too shabby. Now, I sold all of these since the market crashed. I've been buying up new cryptos, and I continue to do that on a very regular basis. And I share them on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find a coin that I think can do a 40x, 50x, 100x, I'm going to get in on it. And what I'm going to do is jump onto the site. I talk to my members. I tell them what the coin is that I'm looking at, what kind of profits I think it can have, as well as what percentage of my money I'm putting in. And what that means is they can copy along. This removes thousands of hours of work for the members. They don't have to start researching white papers, learning about new technologies, learning about upcoming trends or chart formations and patterns. They can just copy along and save themselves thousands of hours of work. Now, if that sounds good to you, just head over to copymycrypto.com now. There is a link in the description. On the site, you'll see the things I've said in the past and what ended up happening, whether that was, you know, the Udemy course I did talking about why Phantom would 100x or more, whether that was me trying to get people, like warning people to get out of the bloody DeFi protocol that was going to crash, and it did. And as well as what the members have earned since being there. All of it's public record, so you can verify it all. And if you like what you see, guys, you should join. So Cronos, formerly known as Crypto.com, right? Now, Cronos was at pretty good lows of, like, at some points, you know, 3 cents, 2 cents, 2.5 cents. There's moments where it was at under 2 cents, but really did, it really did shoot up. It hit heights of 96.98 cents, which is massive. Now, if you forgot everything that Cronos did, you know, Cronos is the coin behind Crypto.com. They've rebranded a number of times. Now, they have had a hell of a lot of effective marketing. I mean, you can literally see who they sponsor in the sort of main website. You know, they're sponsoring. They've got the Crypto.com arena. You know, they obviously bought that and rebranded that. You know, they're sponsoring friggin' UFC. They're sponsoring, I don't know if it's Formula One. I think that looks like Formula One, but I'm not sure. Sponsoring ice hockey. They're sponsoring, you know, football clubs around the world. They have, one thing they have always done is very effective marketing. Now, Cronos has actually built their own chain. It's the Cronos Chain. And this is developed by the Crypto.com company. Now, Cronos Chain is one of the products in Crypto.com's lineup of solutions designed for the acceleration of global adoption. Now, the Cronos Chain serves primarily as a vehicle that powers the Crypto.com paid mobile payments app, but the future plans are to, you know, expand the reach of the CRO platform to power other products as well, and, you know, an array of DeFi products are aimed here. And if we can get, where is it? had. Where's it? Crypto.org. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at what the Cronos chain itself is doing right now. Now across the chain, we're not talking about tons of volume as of right now. We are, when we look at the actual amount of like layer ones at this point, there's so goddamn many. But in terms of what's happening on the network, 6.8 billion Cronos are being delegated, that is staked. So that's a decent chunk. It's about a quarter of the overall circulating supply. In terms of sort of transactions and stuff, we're not seeing tons here. So if we take a look at transactions, there's not. So 33.5 million transactions. Now these are just 100 transactions across per page. So, they're doing 100 transactions every 12 minutes or so. Is that about right? No, it's not bad, is it? It's not terrible, it's not great. They are, they're doing some decent, they're doing volume, right? Excuse me, not huge volume, but volume, which isn't bad, okay? The overall Cronos chain, I will say, we're not seeing like growth in terms of tokens being built upon Cronos, not particularly. Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. And hopefully we're going to see the Cronos chain build and grow. Now it's worth noting, guys, and something that I do want to talk about, Cryptocom's actual user base, or certainly the website visits, is dropping. It's dropping month on month on month. July, there was around 5.6 million website views. August, around 4.8 million website views. September, 4.1 million website views. So, visits. So actually it's on, certainly over the past 3 months, it's quite a significant downtrend. Now that's important because if people are not using Crypto.com, that's where the coin's going to gain momentum. Really, it's Crypto.com because it is still an exchange token, right? It's the thing that people are going to see the most. If you're holding the Cronos coin, you're going to benefit with, the potential for launch pads and all the other things that we're very familiar with on centralized exchanges. But with the downtrend from the overall website visits, that would be concerning. Granted, we're in a transitional market right now. We're not in a bull market. We're not really in a bear market at this point. We're in a transition. But you would expect that there would be a rise over the past few months in terms of website visits. Comparatively, right? OpenSea is an example, an NFT site that personally, look, I don't really understand why people are so obsessed with NFTs at this point. They're nowhere close to what they should be. There's been a few that have been quite interesting, but generally, anyway, OpenSea, they get 11 million website visits a month. They get 3 times the amount of volume Crypto.com get. Kraken are getting over 5 million per month. Coinbase getting 24 million. Obviously, they're on Coin. Kraken money. I don't know what Binance's is, to be fair. But that downtrend is concerning. Now, because that's where the volume is going to come for the Cronos coin. So, yeah. Now, the reason I'm hesitant to predict that this is going to break new highs, firstly, look, to break new highs, it basically has to hit $1. If it hits $1, it's got a market cap of 25 billion. I'm not sure that's reflective of the amount of users that they've got, but it might be. It might be. I would be looking at 50 cents as the initial target for Cronos. But one thing I'll say, look, and the reason, and what I'm saying actually, my prediction of 50 cents goes against history. History is exchange tokens make new highs because you get a larger user base coming every bull cycle. So in theory, Cronos should absolutely hit over $1. I'm hesitant to say that because of that downtrend for me over the past few months is a little bit concerning for Cronos and for Crypto.com. So I'd say the initial target is 50 cents. It will absolutely blast above $1 if they increase their user base, if they market effectively. And let's be honest, you cannot argue with the results of their marketing over the past few years. In 2021, they were arguably the best marketing team in all of crypto. You can maybe make the argument for FTX being very, very good. Before Sam Bankman-Fried fucked everyone. But yeah, if they market well, if they market effectively, which I imagine they will, and they can grow the user base, it should absolutely beat $1. But right now, with a 3-month downtrend, I think that's a little concerning, and I'd be hesitant to say no all-time high yet. But I will again reiterate: historically, exchange tokens create new all-time highs every single bull cycle. As long as those exchanges don't die, they always set a new high. So 50 cents, I would talk about 50 cents as an initial target, and then when it hits 50 cents, reevaluate. Look at the marketing strategy. Is it going to break $1? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Did you realize it was on a 3-month downtrend? If you did, how do you feel about that? You know, they've basically lost about 1.6 million website visits across a 3-month window. That's quite a lot. So what do you think about that? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. And look, if you just want to make crypto easier on yourself, if you want to take all the work out of your crypto investing, that is what CopyMyCrypto.com is. It's where I dive into the markets every day. I find coins that are winners, and when I do, I get in on them. And then what I will do is I will jump onto my website. I will tell my members about the coin that I'm getting in on, the gains I think it can have, the percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. This removes all of the work for the members. They don't have to start learning about new technologies, reading white papers, any of that stuff. They can literally just copy along to exactly what I'm doing and make the same profits I do. If that sounds good to you, just go to the website. There's a link in the description. Have a look at what I've said in the past and what happened. Have a look at, what the members have answered being there as well. It's all public record. You can verify it by just going through the old videos on this channel. And if you like what you see, guys, you should join, and I'll see you there. And that's it from me. Take care. Bye-bye.